And let's talk with Carrie Severino of the Judicial Crisis Network. Carrie, welcome back.
Good to be here.
Your group has spent millions on Judge Kavanaugh. How damning are these allegations to your guy?
Well, I think when you look at them in the context of here's someone who has a decades-long career in public service, 6 different FBI background checks, not a hint of misconduct. Women from every phase of his life saying this is someone who's actually decent and upstanding with women. 65 women from high school who said they knew him at the time. This is out of character, doesn't make sense with the person they knew. And then just today, 2 more women who had dated him and said, no, this is not what she described is not anything like the Brett Kavanaugh I know. He was always very decent and respectful. So, and then of course his emphatic denial. A lot of this just doesn't add up, and particularly when you look at it with Senator Feinstein and her own way she treated the allegations. If she thought that they were credible or serious or relevant, why did she not do anything for 6 weeks and just let them sit there? I think there's a lot of questions there. What I'm not questioning is what the politics the Democrats are trying to do with this, because you've seen people who've been calling for delays since before Kavanaugh was nominated. Of course they want to use this now to create even more delay in the process.
But this accuser, a professor in California, says that she went through a polygraph test and did pass that polygraph test.
Yes, she does. Although there's a whole literature of how polygraph tests are interpreted is very challenging. It's also this situation is a party that everyone was drinking at. It's hard to know what happened. But what we're looking at is here allegations that have not been corroborated by Senator Feinstein, by the Washington Post, who also had this from a tip line to them since the beginning of July. All the way back. We have to be careful that while, as Kellyanne Conway said, we have to be respectful of the woman and make sure we hear her out. But I think it also has to be done in a way that is fair to Judge Kavanaugh, so that there's no chance that an allegation that really has no basis is being allowed to derail someone who has a long career of public service and of behavior that even the ABA, when they analyzed him, they said on integrity, this is someone who gets an A++.
So shouldn't we then just delay the committee vote on Thursday, give everybody time to thoroughly vet this allegation? Well,
the challenge here is that is trying to give the opportunity for both sides to be heard while not letting this just be another tool for delay. As I said, they've been trying to delay from the very beginning with ever-shifting reasons. And honestly, most of the Democrats have already announced they're going to vote against him, and they would like to delay this until 2021. So that isn't the right route. That actually makes it further political. I think there has to be a way to efficiently have some kind of a hearing or an investigative process by the Senate Judiciary Committee, and then move forward so it's not just being used. I mean, they're treating this woman as a partisan tool just to delay a nomination. That's not the right debate we should be having.
But this woman made this allegation. I mean, don't you think that she has the right to be heard and to have this vetted fully in the open?
Absolutely. I think she's going to. I think that's something the White House and Senator Grassley have been very clear on. She will get the chance to be heard, and Judge Kavanaugh will get the chance to tell his side of the story and to the extent he can refute these allegations. So that's going to happen. We have to do so in a way that the process is fair and is not just a political guilty until proven innocent, and also isn't used simply to create delay for the sake of delay. With an allegation this old and this vague, really, in many of its key points, it's going to be challenging to find any evidence that she can even corroborate. So, but I think you just have to be careful, because the timing of this is so clear that it was something was held onto specifically, dropped and it leaked, not even done in the proper way where you would give it, if there was information that the ranking member of the Senate Judiciary Committee has, they shouldn't leak it then piece by piece through the media. That you give it to the chair of the Judiciary Committee. You allow them to have their analysis. They have had behind closed doors ways they could have maintained the privacy and the sensitivity of the topic and her confidentiality. She chose not to do that, and instead to add to the circus we have seen surrounding this hearing. That's not fair to anyone involved in the process.
We'll see what happens with that, but thank you, Carrie Severino. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate that very much.